Hello fellow traders, this is Paul Lummel. Got a stock for you, but I first of all wanted to go look at the index here. We had a huge breakout off of that dragon bar. I posted a video on that yesterday, actually 2 days ago. And you can see right here, this is a real long-legged doji with a very small body inside of it. It's called a dragon bar. Oftentimes we'll reverse the prior trend, sometimes for months, if not years. So it's a real good indicator we may reach the bottom, but even with this huge bar right here, this is about a 3,000 point bar on the Dow Jones 30. The prior two times where it had anything near that size of a bar, the market still reached new lows on it. So even despite this, we have to be real careful. There's still a lot of macroeconomic stuff on the tariff front going on, so you have to be cautious. But I do have a bullish stock right now. We'll get to that in a minute and break down the market rating here in a second. But first, before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. It really helps us reach more traders like you and keeps you updated on our latest trading tips. So right now we still have a pretty weak market. We have a B4 market, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. The only thing we got is price above 10 MA. So basically it is a B4 market. And you can see right here we got the close of the bar above the 10 MA, but we're still, everything else is lined up on a bearish slant. And as far as the market rating on B4, basically E plus market. We move from E minus to E plus. So once we get above some more moving averages, we'll be jumping up further in the scoring model, and the conditions will be safer to have more capital in the market. But right now, still very skittish. And despite that dragon bar, we still have to be very cautious the next few days. Okay, so here's a stock I want to go over. This is SURG Surgepays Inc. And this one has a pretty good cycle setup on it too. The long-term cycle and then the short-term cycles. We finally got a break to a 6-month plus high, and the BMI off the lows about 1.7 BMI, vector of 1. And so far, a very soft landing pullback. We have a price squeeze already based on cycles. We got the 1 to 3 day cycle here, and we have the 10 to 13 day cycle. Looks like it's going to hold above that. So we have a cycle squeeze coming in. And once we get above these highs right here, or if we get a few bars inside of that and then take a break out of the 2 or 3 bar high inside of that, should be pretty relatively safe trade on it. And the BMI is excellent on that. Let's scroll out a little bit further and look at the long-term cycle again. That's a TY-3 cycle. And usually what you can expect when you get a breakout of a long-term cycle trend line, within the first couple months of a breakout, the high that's set will oftentimes be the best opportunity to get in a trade without having to think a lot about it. So once you get that breakout within a month or two of coming out of the long-term trend line, you just wait till it gets back above it or play the pullback from that. Now you could have also used the TY or TM2 cycle, 1, 2, 3, 3.5 month cycle right there, and taken a break out of the 10 to 13 day high somewhere in there. You might have, unless you were looking at it pretty close, you would have missed that gap. You would have been gapped up beyond that if you were looking to wait for a pure breakout of that base highs. I'm not sure if it got, let me see, high right there is 147. High right there is 145. Yeah, just by 2 cents. You'd have to be watching that closely, but you don't really have to think about it if you're waiting for the breakout of the post long-term trend line breakout once it re-hits that again. So this is pretty clean, and again, soft landing pullback on it so far. If you're unfamiliar with any of the trading terms I'm using, you can find our club lingo at bitcoinatradingclub.club/lingo. Now, as far as price targets, we're just going to look at the base BMI again, about 1.38, and extrapolate it. It takes you to about $6 or so on that. That's a potential target. If we get a good set on the TM1 cycle down here, it's about a 1.5 month cycle. I'll get a better read as far as the channel target. Right now that channel is not well formed yet on the south side of that. Generally need a TD6 to TM1, which is a 1 to 1.5 month cycle. So we'll keep an eye on that, but right now, just based on base BMI, this should take it potentially up to north of $5, maybe $6 or so on the first leg. But that remains to be seen. Again, we're still in a tough market, and be very cautious because no guarantee that this doesn't backtrack big time based on the ongoing tariff news. So, okay, again, the stock is SURG Surgepays Inc. and I'd probably give us a stock rating of about maybe about 70, 75 in there. If you're interested in our trading style, want to join the club or get one-on-one coaching, head over to cycletradingtraining.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.